Down to this for a trip to Williamsport and the Little League World Series, which starts in 8 days. After a 3.5-hour weather delay, it's the Southeast Region Championship, Nolensville, Tennessee, and undefeated Phoenix City, Alabama. This regional started last Thursday with 8 teams. These are the last 2 standing, and it's a rematch from a game here on Saturday, a 5-2 Alabama win. It was double elimination until today. Now it's winner.
He's Greg Olson. I'm Clay Matfitt. Looking forward to this one all day. We've had a 3.5-hour delay, but we're ready to go now. And let's in this region. And they will be facing Kinley Rasmus. We saw her cousin Riker make the last start for Alabama. Boy, I don't know if there's a better 1-2 punch on the mound in this regional than the Rasmus cousins.
Yeah, no, she has been really good. And they also got Uriah Burklight to come in. He is available today, but Kinley Rasmus, you see her numbers. Couple of appearances, she will light up the location. She will be in and out. You will see the catcher behind the plate moving in and out. Just an unbelievable mechanics, rock solid.
And we're underway. Took a while to get to this point, but we are playing baseball here in Warner Robins. And the first pitch is in there for a strike to Frazier. Rasmussen, a breaking ball, push foul. Frazier 9 for 16. He has driven in 4. Also the winning pitcher Saturday against Columbus, Georgia. He'll be on the mound for this one. Rasmussen, a long look in. And the 0-2. How about that start for Kinley Rasmus? A grin on her face. She wants you to know to fear the bow tonight.
All right, it's all about the sequence here. Fastball away to start, breaking ball, strike 2, and then she amps up the velocity, and that ball is by Julian Frazier. I mean, that's just thoroughly impressive for a 12-year-old.
So Frazier, who's been a hard out, is out number 1 of the first pitch. Offered to Callan Williams' slash foul. Another big bat in this Nolensville, Tennessee lineup. 3 hit games are kind of his specialty. 3 hits Saturday against Georgia. 3 hits yesterday in the semifinals against Florida. 8 for 16, a double, and 3 runs batted in the tournament.
I think he's eating a box of Mike and Ike's by himself as well. 8 hits. I mean, he is swinging a great bat from the left side.
1 ball and 1 strike. It's fouled back. He drove in a couple of runs in that 3-run third yesterday against Florida. 4-0 win yesterday. Beat Irmo, South Carolina on Sunday 6-1. 13-1 over Georgia on Saturday night. After that loss earlier in the day to Alabama, I mean, they've been playing with their backs against the wall for a long time since losing that first matchup with Alabama on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, they get into a rain delay on Thursday night, so they got to start back on Friday. They get their game pushed from Friday to Saturday. Loser ends up having to play a second game on Saturday.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Rasmus as Williams goes down. Quickly 2 away.
And so Nolensville's been up against it. It's been all about their pitching and offense. And here is just a nasty breaking ball. Back of the plate, perfectly located, but you could not put it in a better spot.
Now here comes Bruce Kay. The only player in this lineup who had multiple hits against Alabama for Tennessee. 5 for 16 in the regional. Double and a couple of runs batted in. Son of Johnny and Jennifer Kay, the oldest of 3 boys. Puts it in play. Slow roller out to Uriah Burklight. The shortstop fires across to Riker Rasmus for the 3rd out. And Kinley Rasmus with a 10-pitch first inning. And here is the lineup. Easton Allen, they call him EA. He has 5 hits in the regional. Hit .429 at state. Kinley Rasmus, your starting pitcher. The starting pitcher against North Carolina. A shutout inning of relief against Florida as well. Uriah Burklight, he has been very good. 6 hits in the regional. He's been amazing on the mound. Kason Smith, a natural hitter. Proud that he's learning to speak Spanish. Cam Lee, strongest player on the roster for Phoenix City. Brooks Cameron, led the team in hitting at state with a .600 average. C.J. Harrison, the youngest player on the roster, he's 11. Riker Rasmus, also 11. He played in this regional last year as a 10-year-old. Lorenzo Quintero. His dad, Gus, is one of the coaches. Leighton Burt nearly had a hit in his first at bat against Tennessee. Played a very good game. Cooper Champion dreams of playing in the big leagues. And Jeremiah Taylor, he had a walk-off squeeze bunt at state. They're going to be facing a good one in Julian Frazier.
We saw Frazier Saturday afternoon against Georgia. 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 run allowed. Really nice fastball, same as Kinley. Good location, good mechanics. He will be moving the ball in and out. We're going to see a very well-pitched game today.
Easton Allen, he had a couple of triples Saturday against Tennessee. Also pitched an inning and a third of relief in that win. 5-2, and 5 runs and 11 hits. They scored in every inning but the first. And Frazier misses outside. He's behind in the count here, 3-0. Julian Frazier. Winning pitcher Saturday. A victory over Georgia. Throws his first strike.
Top 3 in this Alabama lineup with Easton Allen, Kinley Rasmus, and Uriah Burklight are 16 for 23. A couple of triples and 9 RBI.
Frazier fields the comebacker. And after falling behind, 3 balls and no strikes, gets Allen to ground out. Here's the defense for Nolensville, Tennessee, and it's been one of the better defenses in this regional. Neither of these teams recorded an error in their first matchup.
Yeah, both of these teams rock solid, very well coached. We are going to see a rock solid game on the field just by the way these guys play, so athletic.
Here's Kinley. 5 for 7, a couple of runs batted in. Dad Corey, the third base coach. Mom Jill was a softball player at Southern Miss. Her uncle Jeff played in the big leagues. And this is a great ball-playing family. Hit toward the gap in left center. And that's going to get down for a hit. Rasmus rounds first. She is going to hold up there. And so Phoenix City is in business with 1 out here in the first.
She is so comfortable in the batter's box. She can stay back. She knows she can catch up to the fastball. Gets this breaking ball. Drives it into left center. I mean, just a great approach at the plate. So disciplined. No panic with 2 strikes.
6th hit of the tournament. She wants to get to that Little League World Series like her dad and uncle did. And now Uriah Burklight playing so well in this tournament, both on the mound and at the plate. A triple and 5 runs batted in. He is 6 for 9. That pitch is wide to Burklight. A ball and a strike.
Saw him get the win on Saturday against this Nolensville team, and he was lights out.
So many of the pitchers have been good for both of these teams, but you look at Burklight's effort, Greg, and I mean, 42 of his 52 pitches were strikes, and he is available to pitch today. That's one of the nice things for Alabama. They had a day off yesterday, and that really came in handy.
Yeah, they got Burklight back. They've done a really nice job of navigating their pitching staff, using the day off, getting everybody back for today but one.
Burklight wears that one. So Rasmus with a hit, Burklight hit by a pitch. And now 2 on with 1 out for Kason Smith, the cleanup hitter for Phoenix City.
Yeah, breaking ball just backed up a little bit on Frazier. We've seen him in jams before. I mean, no panic, no urgency. Looks like just another day at the ballpark for him.
Kason Smith checks the swing in the dirt. Brady Packard's going to throw down the third, not in time. Kinley Rasmus is safe. Going into second is Berklight, now second and third for Smith.
I'm going to talk about this a lot today. So well coached. Kinley recognizes the ball breaking down into the dirt, and she gets a great jump on it. Only way that she would be safe.
Kaysen Smith trying to stay hot against Tennessee. Rips this one foul. He was 2 for 3 at the plate in the win over Nolensville the other day. 3 for 8 in the regional.
Thank you. Good.
Ball under strike to Smith. Alabama trying to jump out in front here in the first inning. Look out. That's going to get away from home. Kinley Rasmus scores the first run. Initially, I thought that hit Kaysen Smith. It's a wild pitch. A run scores, and Phoenix City is on top.
I don't know how that didn't hit him. Looked like it might have went between both feet. It actually did. It went in between his legs for a wild pitch. Kinley right on it, scores easily.
This is game number 14 of the regional, the championship game. And the team scoring first in this regional has won 11 of the 13 prior games.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of comebacks from the 4-0 deficits, but there has not been very many. Alabama was one of them. Overcame a 4-run deficit against Florida.
Jump foul again, full count to Kaysen Smith with Cam Lee. Powerful hitting center fielder on deck. There's Case Rasmus, Riker's dad. He's in the first base coach's box. He is the manager of this club. He's wearing a mic for us. That's foul. Good start here for Phoenix City. They're coming off a day off. Plus, they played less games than Tennessee. Tennessee's played 5 games. Alabama's played 3.
It's such a hard road once you get into the losers bracket.
Downstairs, Kaysen Smith draws the walk. Runners at the corners now, 1 out for Cam Lee.
And that was close, almost too close to take. Bottom of the zone.
And time is called.
Mark Carter's going to come out, just settle his pitcher in. Frazier has been so good, good mechanics, everything's fine. It's just a little bit off on the hit by pitch and the walk.
Mark Carter is an associate athletic director at Vanderbilt. And you'll notice these uniforms look very much like the Vanderbilt Commodores. They practice at Hawkins Field in Nashville from time to time, the home of the Commodores.
All right, here we go, man. Coach. First one.
So Brian Henry, the home plate umpire, reminding Mark that that's his first visit. Brian Henry, our home plate umpire. Dale Wheeler at third, Mark Rulli at second. Tayesh Diaz-Cruz, first base umpire tonight. Cam Lee drove in 2 big insurance runs against Florida on Sunday. 3 for 7 in the regional. Couple of runs batted in. Comes up with another RBI opportunity here tonight in Warner Robins. Looks at a breaking ball on the first pitch. Kaysen Smith trying to draw a throw from Brady Packard. Packard not biting on that. Great crowd here in Warner Robins tonight. Fastball fouled away. Ball under strike.
We've seen Alabama being ultra aggressive on the base paths, but in these first and third situations, they really have not. They have kind of let the inning play out. They have not tried to steal a base, get into a rundown. They have not done that all week.
Cam Lee, parents Carla and Christopher, outstanding center fielder. Checks his swing. Packard is going to throw. Now play at the plate. In standing up is Berklight. And Smith goes to second. How about Berklight coming home, confident enough to do so standing up?
I mean, the defense was positioned perfectly. So the catcher throws down to a second baseman. It's crashing. And if this throw is on line, we got a bang-bang play, but throw offline. The speedy Berklight able to get in there without a tag.
So Phoenix City with a 2-0 lead here in the first inning.
2-2.
Cam Lee at the plate. 5 home runs during a 4-game stretch. Earlier this season, he's got a ton of power. Chases that one out of the zone. That was a nasty slider from Julian Frazier for his first strikeout. 2 away here in the first.
That's what we saw on Saturday. Nasty slider. He's got a really good breaking ball. He's shown a curveball, little cut slider. That one starts on the outside corner, dives off the plate. Cam Lee cannot lay off.
2 down now, and Brooks Cameron at the plate. 0 for 4 in the regional. This guy is a team leader for sure, especially behind the plate. He'll be catching for Phoenix City in this one to start. Had a great state tournament, batted .600 there. His parents, Brent and Michelle. Has 3 siblings.
Coaches love him. So hard-nosed behind the plate.
Frazier trying to navigate this inning. Already down here, a couple of runs. It's a pressure-packed situation for these 12-year-olds, mostly 12-year-olds. Especially Nolensville. They have so much to live up to, Greg. I mean, this Little League has been in the regionals 5 of the last 6 years.
I mean, it's utterly an amazing run. Get to Williamsport 3 times during that run. Nobody has done that before in U.S. history.
That started in 2021, and again in 22 and 23. Phoenix City hasn't been there since the 90s. Outside and to the screen. Cameron draws ball 4. Moving up to third is Cason Smith. Runners at the corners again.
All right, something to keep an eye on, and I've got to be honest, Clay, this bothered me as a pitcher. Baseball's getting a little bit wet. The outfield grass has had the rain that we saw for 3.5 hours. The grass behind home plate has gotten wet. The infield has been dry because it's been under a tarp. And we were seeing Julian Frazier going to that rosin quite a bit, trying to get his hands dry. He's getting a wet baseball coming back. And he is struggling with his command. This is not the Julian Frazier that we saw on that dry day on Saturday.
31 pitches already here in this first inning for Frazier. Cam Lee now the runner at first base. Brooks Cameron the catcher, getting the courtesy runner with 2 outs. Now Frazier dealing to C.J. Harrison. Lee trying to coax a throw. Now the throw to third, and they get Cason Smith. Too far off the bag. In this regional, a couple of times he got to touch them all. He's hit a couple over the fence this week.
The 2 out of the 5 home runs that we have seen here in the Southeast Regional. They call him Beef.
Kinley Rasmus needed just 10 pitches to get through the first inning. Struck out 2 in the Tennessee first. It'll be Van Horn followed by Ethan Nance and Max Kelly. 4, 5, and 6. Game number 6 in this regional for Tennessee. Hudson Van Horn, son of Dylan and Lee Van Horn, has a couple of siblings. 5 for 15, has driven in 4 runs. Behind in the count here, 0-2.
Trying to work Beef in. See the catcher, Brooks Cameron, moving in with the fastball, and that's what you got to do against every big power hitter. You don't want them to get their big arms extended. So you kind of work with the fastballs in under the hands.
Gets a fly ball into the corner and right. Lorenzo Quintero is there, and he'll make the catch. So Kinley Rasmus retires the first 4 she sees tonight. What do you like about the way she attacks hitters?
I mean, it's just rock solid, leg up, and then she gets down the hill. There's not a whole lot of movement, and if you're going to locate the ball at 60 feet, or in this case 46 feet, you have to be really good mechanically to be able to duplicate over and over and over again.
She was a part of the regional team here last year. 8 returning players from last year's regional team for Phoenix City. And she deals to Ethan Nance, and she's quickly ahead 0-2 to Nance as well.
Starting off with a breaking ball, and that fastball perfectly located away.
Nance has 4 hits, 4 for 10, 4 runs this week. We were talking to Case Rasmus about Phoenix City, and he said last year, we were so young. We were babies. 8 11-year-olds on the roster and a 10-year-old. This year we expect to win. We're seasoned. Liner to center. Cam Lee. He was playing fairly shallow anyway, but he covers so much ground out there. We've seen that the last several days.
Well, we saw this Phoenix City coaching staff and team out here yesterday on their off day watching the game between Nolensville and Florida. And they were scouting it up. They'd already seen Nolanville once, so they got a pretty good idea of the positioning and where the guy's power is.
2 outs for Max Kelly. 4 hits, 8 at-bats, 4 runs batted in for Kelly. He's 4'10", just 10 years old, but boy, he plays like he's much older than that. He's going to be a name to remember for a couple of years in Little League. It's down and in. We said the same thing about Riker Rasmus last year.
We did.
Here he is.
Here he is again. Yeah, so Bill Packard said Nolensville Little League does not have 10-year-olds on their 11 and 12-year-old all-stars. So you know this guy's going to be a stud.
2-0 to Kelly. Looks at a strike there at the belt.
Clay, just the approach. Watch him in the box. It's like he's expecting everything. There is no emotion, no movement. It's just he's done this over and over and over again.
Kinley Rasmus battles back to fill the count, or even the count, I should say, at 2-2. Nolensville, Tennessee. Nolensville about 20 miles south of Nashville. Beat Clarksville 11-1 in the state title game. Lined, scooped by Berklight. Wow, that was a tough play. Uriah Berklight handled it like a champ. And Kim Robin celebrating her 60th birthday today. Both born on August 11th. So happy birthday to them. I don't know that we could have any more storylines surrounding the Rasmus family than we do here tonight. That's a line drive for C.J. Harrison, but Ethan Nance equal to the task for the first out here of the second.
That's so cool. You got 2 future major leaguers on that roster. Corey played with 4 teams in the big leagues. Colby had a great career outfielder.
Must have crossed paths with one or both of those guys at some point.
I don't know if I did.
Riker Rasmus at the plate. Kinley's cousin. That's because they're so much younger than you, probably.
Yeah, exactly. 1999, I was in Arizona, the Diamondbacks.
Boy, Riker has had a wonderful tournament. He pops this one into foul ground. Frazier almost collides with J.B. Carter, but they communicate enough to get the out as J.B. Carter, the new first baseman, makes the catch for the second out.
I think both of them were not expecting the other one to be in the area code, so not a whole lot of communication, and they call that a snow cone.
Counts as an out. Julian Frazier will take it. I mean, he walked 2 and hit 1 in the first inning and had a 32-pitch inning. So if he can string together some outs here quickly in the second, get back to the dugout, that would be ideal.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he probably went back and go, hey, the ball's a little bit wet. What do I do? And the conversation from the coaches would probably be, hey, ask for another baseball. Just simply walk up to home plate, be respectful, ask for another baseball, and get something dry that you can handle. Because once you start thinking about your grip, it becomes something in your head.
Boy, this is hammered down the line. Has a chance. It is off the wall. Lorenzo Quintero around second. He will get to third, and he is there safely. I think Quintero thought it was out of here. He kind of went into a home run trot around first base. But he almost did sneak it out of here in the right field corner.
Breaking ball, and he hammers it down the right field line. As right here, he's going, I just went deep, and then took a glance to the third base coach, Corey Rasmus, and he was like, keep running.
Yeah, he has elite speed. I mean, Case Rasmus told us he might be the quickest 12-year-old he's ever seen, so he was able to make up for that little gap. With that said, he hit it a ton.
We've seen a couple balls that looked like they were going to go out, almost went out, and a couple of the players went into their home run trot a little early. Quintero is the only one that was actually able to get to the bases he was supposed to get to on the triple. The other one was a double that ended up being a single.
2 outs. Chance to plate another run here for Alabama. Leighton Byrd at the plate. 0 for 8 in the regional. He's hit a couple of balls hard. Out in front on that one, 2-2.
Well, I guarantee he thought it was gone. I mean, the fence that they play on in every Little League ballpark is 200 around. Here it is 225 all the way around the field.
That sits off the plate. It's a full count to Burt with Cooper Champion on deck for Phoenix City. Leighton Burt, a multi-sport athlete, dirt track racer.
3-2.
Parents Kayla and Robbie, has 3 brothers. Swings at the 3-2 and chops at 5.
Thank you.
Phoenix City, Alabama, located 100 miles southwest of Atlanta. It's on the Chattahoochee River and across the Georgia state line. Tied him up and in. Julian Frazier. It's his second strikeout of the game. It ends that picture there. Not that long ago, really. Now a star in the WNBA. J.B. Carter to lead it off for Nolensville, Tennessee against Kinley Rasmus, who has been very efficient. She has retired the first 6 she has faced tonight, Greg.
She has been lights out. She is on her game right now in the biggest moment. Won their only game here last year as an 11-year-old on opening night, Thursday night.
Thank you.
J.B. Carter at the plate, behind in the count here, 0-2. His dad, Mark Carter, down in the third base coach's box. That's off the plate. JB wants to go to Williamsport like his brother did 2 times in 22 and 23. Brother Nash. They have a sister, Killian. That whole family has been through so much. They lost their mom, Emily, back in January. Lost her battle with cancer. Swung on and missed. And Carter will be the first out. There's Mark. They planted a tree outside the Little League field there in Nolensville, Tennessee. Again, that's just south of Nashville. And what a wonderful tribute to a wonderful person. And you know that the Carter family really wants to win for Emily's sake.
Yeah, I mean, just a sad moment. And then great job by the Little League to honor her with a tree, but just not the replacement of her.
This is Carter Clark now. Carter Clark drove in Tennessee's first run Sunday against South Carolina. He has 4 hits in the regional, has driven in 3. Had a complete game shutout yesterday against Florida, and he might have had the best interview of the regionals so far. Post game, you and I just had a great time with Carter Clark on headset. And that is called strike 3, 2 up, 2 down in the 3rd.
gets ahead, shows a curveball, gets fouled off. Hitter moves on to the breaking ball thinking he's going to see another one, and probably the best fastball she's thrown today velocity-wise right down Broadway, locks him up.
Alexander Fields at the plate. So Kinley Rasmus, Greg, has faced 16 hitters in this region, and she has struck out half of them. She's only allowed 2 base runners.
She's been really, really good. I can't even describe how good she is, and it's just been rock solid mechanics, gets down the hill, good velocity, great location, and a really nice 12-6 curveball to go with it.
Flag football, softball is what she wants to pursue after her Little League career is over. Did she? Yes, she got the strike. They appealed to the first base umpire, Diaz Cruz, and that is a strike. It's 2-1 to Fields. Alexander Fields, 3-time district and state champ, 4 for 10 here in Warner Robins. And it's 3-1. Rasmus has not a lot of base running. 8 up, 8 down. 2-0 Alabama, winner on to Williamsport. Good breaking ball. How about the confidence in that pitch on a 3-1 offer?
I can't tell you. I could probably count on the times on my hand that I threw a 3-1 breaking ball because I could throw it for a strike. That is just unbelievable.
There it is again. Line to Berkeley, who's like a vacuum over there at short. Another 1-2-3 inning. Rasmus, Nick City leading as we go to the bottom of the 3rd here in Warner Robins, the Southeast Region Championship game. Hey, if you want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball, visit PlayLittleLeague.org and enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. Former Omaha Little Leaguer Greg Olson. I'm Clay Matvick. Man, it's been fun.
Yeah, it is.
This past several days with you and watching these kids, and now tonight the big payoff. 3.5-hour weather delay before we actually got this thing started here in Middle Georgia. The rain has moved out. Phoenix City's out to a great start.
Well, they've gotten a great start so far from Kinley Rasmus, and their offense puts 2 on the board early. And I mean, I can't imagine the stress the parents and the coaches are going through for 3.5 hours of a rain delay. The kids, hey, just adds to the summer.
Cooper Champion, a half-hearted swing, and he beats it out. First hit of the regional for Champion. He's aboard to start the Phoenix City 3rd inning.
That's just an excuse me swing, but it ends up being a great swinging bunt. He's flying down the line, bang, bang play.
Tell me what you got, Coach.
That is Bill Packard, Nolensville, Tennessee manager.
I think he's asking, does Cooper Champion have to come back to the white bag? Can't come back and use the orange bag anymore once he's run through it.
It's Tyus Diaz Cruz, our first base umpire, explaining how she saw it at first base.
I don't believe he has to come back and engage any base in particular order. He cannot leave the white bag and go to the orange. But he had not established his foot back after running through the bag on the white base. So the 2 bases are separate once they have been used as he runs through the bag. And so he had not established himself on the white bag yet. So you can take your time after you run through the bag, doesn't matter what you do. And so that's my belief, is he was saying that he had established himself on the orange bag, which was the wrong bag.
Now a bunt here by Jeremiah Taylor. Throw is low. Nice pick by J.B. Carter for the out. But a beautiful sacrifice by Taylor to move Champion into scoring position. These are the bottom 2 guys in the Alabama order. And that is efficient baseball.
Oh, we've seen both of these teams so well coached. The ability to bunt, playing small ball. We've seen Alabama do it a lot, and we have seen Nolensville doing it a lot. And that play on defense at third base by Carter Clark coming in, crashing hard. And then a nice pick at first base by J.B. Carter.
One out in the top of the order, Easton Allen. Easton Allen, talked about it before, had a couple of triples against Tennessee in their first go-around. And he scored on both of those in that 5-2 win. Oldest of two for Diana and Josh. His brother Levi. He's been a good table setter for Phoenix City.
Really has. 5 for 7, now 5 for 8. Has a couple of walks, RBI. But when he gets going on the bases, he can flat out fly.
Sure can. Grounded back to Frazier his first time up. The 0-2 pitch. Frazier misses high. What about the pitch count for Frazier now? The max is 85. He's already over 50, and he has one out here in the third.
I feel like that first inning, it was a little bit about the baseball being wet and command issues.
Lined, Nance makes the catch. Champion has to stay put. 2 down for Rasmus.
You know, just a couple of blips on the radar. You know, you had the single by McKinley, and then you had the hit by pitch, and then the walk, and another walk. And I think he has found a way to settle things in. And now watch this.
Here we go, guys.
So Kinley's going to go down and talk to Corey, her dad.
They're going to intentionally walk her.
Yep.
It's her second intentional walk of this tournament.
You just heard the chant, "Fear the Bow," and they have. As you mentioned, the second time she's been given the free pass intentionally, and she's the only girl in this region.
Yeah, I mean, she can flat out swing, but Uriah Burklight has been an RBI machine coming up behind her. So they elect with the open base to put her on and pitch to Burklight.
Burklight hit by a pitch in the first and came around to score. Good backhand by Brady Packard. Packard has been solid defensively for Nolensville, Tennessee. He has saved some bases. He has saved some runs. 2 on, 2 out. 2-0 Alabama. Just caught the outside corner for strike one.
I mean, more important for me is just the attitude he has behind the plate. He moves in and out. So he is, for me, I need the target to the corner of the plate that I am throwing to. Watch his movements. So he's given a great target to Julian Frazier, in or out, depending on where they want the fastball.
2-1 curveball into center field, base hit for Burklight. Rounding third is Champion. He will score. And it's 3-0 Phoenix City, Alabama. Uriah Burklight, his 6th run batted in the regional.
This guy has been an RBI machine. He really gets it done at the biggest moments. Breaking ball left elevated, but in a 2-1 count. He stays back with the bat, drives it back up the middle, another RBI.
Burklight with the 4th hit for Phoenix City tonight. As Kason Smith comes back to the plate, he walked and was stranded in the first inning. Oldest of 2 kids for Chad and Lindsay. Big hunter and fisherman. Kinley Rasmus at second, Uriah Burklight at first. And Smith steps out of the box. Has to be a foul ball. Chopped off the body of Smith. And now time is called. We're going to have another meeting with Corey Rasmus.
Might be saying, hey, he's throwing a lot of breaking balls behind in the count. You just saw one 2-0. Before that, Burklight saw one on a 2-1 count. Once you go up there hunting for a breaking ball, let the fastball go by, but sit on the off speed.
Back up the middle, knocked down by Frazier. He'll have time for the play at first for the third out.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Cute bow, nasty pitch, or pitches.
She had a complete game win in the state championship through just 59 pitches in that state title game. She's out to a great start here. Grounds crew out to manicure the field. Again, we had a ton of rain at about 3 o'clock this afternoon. The original start time for this regional final. So we had a 3.5 hour delay. A little diamond dry down, and now we're ready to get back to action. It's going to be Lincoln Franks, Hollis Smith, and Brady Packard. 10, 11, or 12 to face Kinley Rasmus. Nolensville, Tennessee, as they hit here in the fourth. Not through the order once yet against Rasmus. Her cousin Riker was the starting pitcher against Florida in their last game, and it didn't look good for Riker when that game started. He had a 33-pitch first inning Sunday against Florida. One of the big problems, the defense behind him, they committed 4 errors, so it wasn't a great start. They ended up scoring 6 runs in the 3rd inning and never looked back. He's the only pitcher that's unavailable for Alabama today. Phoenix City is in really good shape from a pitching standpoint.
I mean, a lot of people would look at it and say it's a great outing. You got 4 errors by this Alabama defense in the 1st inning. He ends up giving up a ton of pitches, gives up 4 unearned runs, and then settles in and only gives up 1 more run after that and keeps his team in the game. And the Alabama offense opened it up on an error-prone Florida team back in the 3rd inning.
11-year-old Lincoln Franks had a walk and a run scored yesterday in the semifinals. He's considered the biggest power bat in this lineup, but he's been held in check. Looking for his first hit of the regional. He'll turn 12 here in a few days on the 16th. Good breaking ball again from Kinley Rasmus. Now 1-2.
Yeah, he's actually got a really nice right-handed swing. So right now, I'm just afraid to pull the trigger, trying to find a way just to get on base any way he can.
It's downstairs, 2-2. Franks had a wonderful Tennessee State tournament, especially the championship game, had 3 RBIs. 5'6", strong kid. 2-2 from Rasmus. And a full count. Somebody needs to get on for Tennessee just to kind of break this string of momentum that Kinley has.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly it. Just put a little bit of stress on her, because right now it has been about as stress-free 3 innings as you can possibly have.
The payoff. Strike him out. Strikeout number 5 for Rasmus.
I mean, it's just fun to watch for me, because it took me until I was about 32 years old to figure out how to jump up on the velocity and still maintain good location. And Kinley is doing it right now at 12. She's got me by 20 years, Clay.
That's a pitch up and in to Hollis Smith now. Where's number 42 in honor of Jackie Robinson? 1 for 7, a couple of runs batted in, 3 hit by pitch. I'll tell you, this guy finds a way on. He was on twice yesterday in that semifinal. Even though he only has 1 hit in the regional, he's been on base a ton. And that's what Tennessee needs right now. Bill Packard will tell you that. He's got Mike and Ike's burning a hole in his pocket. Maybe this will do it. Good bunt. Kinley Rasmus pounces. Safe at first. A bunt hit for Hollis Smith to get Nolensville On the base paths.
All right. Go, Brady.
Now he's too locked in for Mike
One
and
out,
Ice.
Hollis. One out.
I mean, we have seen Hollis bunt a lot for sack bunts. This one is just an unbelievable bunt. A little miscommunication between Kinley and her catcher, Brooks Cameron. But I still think Hollis has gotten it beaten out. He says no to the Mike and Ice.
Yeah, what about that? I know you'd take him.
Well, you've already eaten one of the boxes that we had up here.
This is Brady Packard. He's a Dr. Pepper drinker. Trying to follow up on Hollis Smith's first hit for Tennessee here tonight. 0-2.
Seen that a lot out of Brady Packard. Shows bunt, gets the corners coming in just a little bit, and then he'll pull it back and slash.
Brady is Bill and Michelle's son. Bill, of course, the manager. 10 years as a Little League volunteer, native of Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. They've made the outskirts of Nashville their home for several years. This is a soft liner, and that's going to be caught by Kason Smith for the second out. And now back to the top of the order in Julian Frazier. So Tennessee, not a ton of luck. Just that one hit first time through the order against Kinley Rasmus. What kind of adjustments do you expect these hitters to start making?
We saw them against Florida yesterday, and they were swinging, and they were taking early in the count and then swinging later. They've been a little bit more in attack mode versus Kinley, knowing they're going to get strikes.
Frazier, hot shot to third. Easton Allen throws him out. So Smith gets the first hit for Tennessee, but he's stranded. Kinley Rasmus and Alabama back in the dugout, leading by 3 halfway. Let's hear it for the boys and the Bow. Phoenix City, Alabama, leading 3-0 as they hit here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Cam Lee, followed by Brooks Cameron and C.J. Harrison, 5, 6, and 7 for Phoenix City. It's really imperative that Julian Frazier hold Alabama down here.
If it's wet, let me know.
Slide right there on the mound. Pitch was way wide, but just has not been the same for him. Baseball has been wet. Footing's a little bit wet. We saw some turf getting dumped on the mound to try to dry some things out.
Cam Lee, a strikeout victim of Frazier's his first time up. He's behind on that one, 2-1. Cam Lee is a future football star. They think that's his best sport. Excellent quarterback. Wants to play in the NFL. Chase that one outside. It's 2-2. They think he's a 5-star QB.
Yeah. Next 5-star QB in Alabama.
Now Julian Frazier threw Lee a steady diet of sliders. Picks up his 3rd strikeout for out number 1.
This is starting this out on the outside corner and letting the 6 or 8 inches of break dive off the corner. Cam Lee cannot lay off of
it. Cameron walked his last time up. Brooks Cameron, outstanding defensive catcher. You've seen him block everything. Trying to get something going here with 1 out. Frazier looks dialed in here in the 4th.
Yeah, first pitch change up and then a slider coming right off of that. Coaches said that he has got a really good fastball, nice arm angle, gives right-handed hitters fits. But he is a lot more off speed than he is using the fastball.
Pitch number 74, and that almost goes to the backstop. So we're at that point here where we really need to start being mindful of Julian Frazier's pitch count, because 85 is the maximum for a little leaguer at this age.
is out there and he is working. It's been a struggle a little bit early on. He finds his way.
Back up the middle. Solid base hit for Cameron. One out single for the Phoenix City catcher.
Big time for his first hit of the regional. He's found his way, been on base with a couple of hit by pitches, 3 of them exactly, and another couple of walks.
Hit number 5 for Alabama, and now Harrison is back up there. He lined out to the shortstop, Ethan Nance, back in the 2nd inning. He's behind in the count. One of 3 kids, parents Mauricia and Cedric. His family related to Gladys Knight.
Wow. All right, that's pretty cool.
And that slider really working this inning for Frazier. 0-2.
These hitters in Alabama are just not picking it up out of the hand, and it's starting in as a strike, looking like a fastball, just diving off the plate.
Look out. Backs him off. Said it before, Harrison, the youngest player on this Alabama roster this year, 11 years old. This roster was littered with 11-year-olds last year, and they made the regional. Harrison hit .429 and led the team in RBIs during the state tournament run. Looking for his 5th hit of this regional. 1 on, 2-2, just missed. And it's a full count.
I think they discounted that last pitch.
Snap throw to first, back in time. They're going to call Harrison out for the 2nd out. That is strikeout number 4 for Frazier. And the 2nd this inning.
The first base umpire said that time was called before that previous pitch, so that was actually going back to a 2-2 count. Now we'll have Harrison pinch run.
Courtesy 2-2
for Brooks Cameron.
So 82 pitches for Julian Frazier. We'll see if this is his last hitter. 85 is the maximum. He can go over that number to finish the at-bat.
So Lincoln Franks warming up in the bullpen. Will be the next man up, I would assume.
This is Riker Rasmus. 0 for 1 in this game, 1 for 6 in the regional. That's a strike. He pulls the bat back. Dad Case, the manager, former minor leaguer. Uncles Corey and Colby. Nice block by Packard. Wants to be a coach someday, just like his grandpa Tony, who led Phoenix City to the '99 Little League World Series. Really good left-handed pitcher.
Yeah, he was really good. Another Rasmus, great mechanics, great location, great ability on the mound.
This is going to be the last hitter for Julian Frazier. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Comebacker. Frazier throws it into center field with 2 outs. He went to second base. Must have forgot how many outs there were. All he needed was the throw to first base to get out of the inning. Instead, he throws it away, and now it's 2nd and 3rd, and 2 down, and Quintero will come in with a chance to drive into.
Well, we saw this the other night in major leagues. They lost track of the outs. Toronto did against the Red Sox. Everybody lost track of outs. This one, same thing. Frazier comes up, fields the ground ball, fires to second base. Miscommunication at second base between second and short. Ball goes out into the outfield. The NOLA boys should be off the field right now.
Tennessee trailing 3-0 now as Hudson Van Horn comes in for Julian Frazier, who just maxed out on pitches. Hudson Van Horn, the big home run hitter, also been pretty good on the mound. Had a couple of innings of shutout relief against Georgia. They need to have him dial in here and keep Alabama in check the rest of the way.
Yep, he comes into a bit of a mess. So runners on second and third. And he has a curveball, slider, and a true knuckleball, Clay.
We've seen it too. That's a good pitch.
That was it.
To Lorenzo Quintero, who thought he homered his last time up. Deep right field, landed in front of the fence. Had to settle for a triple. 1-2. Just off the plate, 2-2. You know, Julian Frazier did keep his team in this ball game. A little bit of a mental lapse perhaps at the end there. Could have gotten out of the fourth inning. He stays in the game. He's at shortstop now. And that's going to do it. Quintero is out. The inning is over. We head to the fifth. Tennessee will try to start rallying. Alongside 14-year former big leaguer Greg Olson, I'm Clay Matvick. We're having a blast as we're going to crown a regional champ here in the Southeast tonight. 3-0 Alabama leading. Tennessee hitting in the top of the fifth against Kinley Rasmus, who has been a dynamo here tonight. First time through the Tennessee order, allowed just one hit. Callan Williams, a strikeout victim against her the first time up. And they really haven't hit anything hard in play.
Really haven't. The hit being a bunt single. And you saw how good she is. First pitch, 12-6 curveball. Catcher sets up outside, misses with the location. Watched her come back with it again.
Here's a chopper. Uriah Burklight's going to have to charge and hurry. Not in time. Another infield hit for Nolensville. It's Callan Williams. It's his 9th hit of this tournament.
Well, breaking ball a little bit elevated, and you can see Burklight plays it back. And that little pause, Callan Williams flying down the line. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Now, if the bases are big league distance, that's probably the smart move, but we're talking 60 feet here.
Yeah. No, I mean, Burklight did it right. He was reading a high chopper, thinking he was going to get another big chop. Then ends up coming in, attacking, and got rid of it as fast as he could.
So Williams sets the table for Bruce Kay. It's getting late. We only play 6 innings in Little League, but we have seen 2 teams in this regional rally from deficits. That's what Tennessee's going to try to do here tonight. This one has popped up. Foul ground. Easton Allen will give it a look. Brooks Cameron gives it a look.
I mean, pitch count is not even in play right now, Clay. We're in the top of the 5th. She's at 55 pitches.
30 to work with. Kay is 0 for 1, a ground out to short. Ground ball, that's going to be foul. It's Riker Rasmus, great effort there. He's not a big guy, but he plays a big first base. He's covered a lot of ground. He has picked some things out of the dirt this week.
Done the splits.
Yep.
That one was pretty good. He was trying to get that ball before it hit the bag. Who knows where it was going after that.
Strike 3. That's a big out for Rasmus. 1 away here in the 5th.
Not one Alabama fan that does not count outs right now, and she goes with high gas after a couple breaking balls. And I mean, she seems to find an extra gear with 2 strikes. It's just remarkable to me.
Strikeout number 6 for Kinley. Now she has to face Hudson Van Horn, who has been the biggest power threat in this regional for Nolensville with a couple of home runs. 2 of the 5 home runs hit in this regional tournament have come off his bat. Chopper to third. They're going to go for the force at second and a near double play. Boy, this is close. Great scoop by Riker Rasmus, and we may get a review.
this turn. We got a wet infield. Easton Allen gets the high chop, knows exactly what he's doing, goes to second baseman to Kason Smith. Smith throws a dart into the dirt. Look at this pick by Riker Rasmus. Yeah, he's there.
Call on the field safe, and it looks like the evidence is there to confirm this. Managers allowed 2 unsuccessful challenges in regulation, 1 in extra innings. You can challenge all day long as they are successful.
And then if you get to extra innings, you get 1. You do not get to carry your challenges into extra innings. I think we should mic the kids up because I'd love to know what they're talking about.
Now the Rasmus family trying to get back to Williamsport. So many great memories for that family back in the late 90s. Now Hunter. I think this is going to be confirmed. We're going to see here. Hudson Van Horn looked like he beat it out.
I already wrote 5-4 in the book, Clay, in ink.
So Hudson Van Horn at first base with 2 down. And here comes Ethan Nance to the plate. Nance a fly out to center. He is 0 for 1. His dad, the dugout coach, played baseball at Butler. Set the home run record back in the day. It's Ryan. His mom, Jenny. One of 5 kids. Trying to get something going here for Tennessee.
Thank you.
He's been on base at a 500 clip so far this tournament. Couple of hit by pitches, couple of walks.
That's what Tennessee needs. They need base runners.
9.
And now we're going to get a pinch runner for Hudson Van Horn. Bruce Kay.
Oh, they're going to say that Callan Williams will come back.
Yeah, it's got to be Williams.
Recent out.
Yeah, since he was the one forced out on the fielder's choice by Van Horn, it has to be Williams. So it will be Callan Williams running for Van Horn, who's now on the mound.
Well, both of those guys can fly, so it's 50-50 one way or the other.
Tennessee has not had a runner in scoring position tonight. Foul back. Nance plays guitar. Big time outdoorsman. Trying to extend the summer for the NOLA boys. They want to get to Williamsport.
Also a triathlete.
I was a triathlete. I tried to play everything, just wasn't very good at it.
I thought you were going to say you tried 3 sports once.
Now, these are some really good athletes, 10 through 12 years old, some of the best in the country. And Rasmus is going to step off the rubber here. Time was called. 2 outs. You have Van Horn, his pinch runner, Callan Williams at first. And here's the 1-2. Breaking ball to third, should end the inning. And it does. So Nolensville, Tennessee gets an infield hit from Callan Williams. Can't get a run home. Also, it rained that day, which pushed games into Friday and backed us up a little bit. Had a 3.5-hour rain delay before this region final. But it has been a dandy. It's been well worth the wait. It's getting very late now. Phoenix City would love some insurance going into the 6th inning, leading 3-0 on Tennessee. Winner on to Williamsport in the Little League World Series, which starts on the 19th. Just 8 days away. This is Leighton Burt leading it off. He fouls it off his front foot. It's 1-2. It'll be Cooper Champion and Jeremiah Taylor to follow here in the Alabama 5th inning. Bruce Kay now the second baseman for Nolensville, Tennessee.
0-2. Whoa.
Leighton Burt struck out his first time up. Parents Kayla and Robbie. Learning Spanish from his coach, Gus. That's outside. He hit a ball hard, nearly had a hit in his first at bat against Tennessee in their last meeting. The shortstop, Julian Frazier, made a nice play. Three and two. Hudson Van Horn, who came on in relief last inning with 2 outs, got a strikeout of Quintero. Tennessee back in the dugout. Gets a ground ball here. Kay gobbles it up, throws to first, and there's 1 out. Looking ahead, Greg, to the Tennessee 6th, it is Kelly, J.B. Carter, and Carter Clark, 6, 7, and 8. And this is a team, we talked about it at the top of the broadcast, came into the night with 50 hits in the regional, the most of any team here. It was an 8-team field. But they have struggled to find offense in this one against Kinley Rasmus, just 2 hits.
Yeah, both of them have been infield hits. It has been a quiet night for this offense. And J.B. Carter has been one of their main guys. So look for him to try to spark some energy. Max Kelly, 10-year-old. One of those guys gets on, and we're still waiting for Lincoln Frakes and seeing that big power bat. Will he get a chance to come into play?
Champion was out in front on that Van Horn offering. It's 2-1. Cooper Champion led off the 3rd with a single, came around to score the 3rd run for Phoenix City. When Phoenix City really turned out for this game here tonight. We've seen it, big crowds from Phoenix City throughout this regional, but tonight they've outdone themselves. And they've had to deal with a rain delay, but hundreds of folks here tonight. That's outside, and a full count to Champion. Jeremiah Taylor, the number 12 man in the order, is on deck. Walked him. You know Alabama would love to plate another run. 3 feels pretty good going into the 6th, but 4 would be much better.
Anything that you can add to this lead will make things a little bit less tense for that fan base, that coaching staff, everybody that wants to see a return trip to Williamsport.
It's been 27 years since Phoenix City had a Little League team in Williamsport. Brian Henry gives the thumbs up. This is Jeremiah Taylor at the plate now. Had a pretty sacrifice to put Champion into scoring position in the 3rd inning, and he eventually scored. So we'll see what Taylor does here.
Yeah, Carter Clark at 3rd base, way in.
That bunt is pushed foul, so now 2 strikes. Do you keep the bunt on here for Taylor?
No.
Even with 2 strikes?
No, I'm not a huge fan of it. You know what? You give him a couple shots at it, and with 2 strikes, let him swing away, try to make something happen. It's more for the psychology of it. Like, I don't think you can get a hit, so I want you to keep trying to bunt. You know what I'm saying? You give him a couple shots to bunt, and then at this age, hey, swing away, do some damage.
That misses outside, 1-2.
As a Little League coach, you're more of a psychologist than you are a baseball mentor.
Taylor, a good bunter, though. He had a walk-off squeeze bunt in the state tournament. And he lines this one past Clark into left field. Gets away from the left fielder, J.B. Carter. Champion goes to third. Taylor to second. First hit of the regional for Jeremiah Taylor. How about the bottom of the order for Alabama?
How about that?
Thank you.
Misses on 2 butts, gets a breaking ball, hammers it down the left field line. Ball skids on that wet grass just a little bit. Cooper Champion gets to third. Jeremiah Taylor with his first hit of the regional.
Second error on Nolensville, Tennessee, allowing the base runners to advance 60 feet. Now this is outside, catches the outside corner, I should say, for Easton Allen. This is the top of the Phoenix City lineup.
Nolensville doesn't have the infield drawn in.
Surprised by that?
I'm shocked by it. They got the middle of the infield back. They got first base back.
Hit high, hit deep for Allen. Under it is Hollis Smith. He'll make the catch. Coming home is Champion. He will score. There's that insurance that Phoenix City wanted. It's now 4-0. RBI sac fly for Easton Allen.
He has been such a big bat at the top of this lineup. Off-speed pitch away, drives it deep to right. There's that run that you were talking about. Major League Baseball, man, if you can get it outside of a grand slam, you're feeling pretty comfortable going into the last inning.
Now they're going to intentionally walk Kinley Rasmus again.
They could have just put up 4.
This will be their second time that Rasmus has been intentionally walked in this game. Third time in the regional in 4 games. Talk about fearing the ball.
Well, yeah, but that guy coming up next has done most of the damage with the RBIs, Uriah Burklight.
Obviously, Nolensville has just made the determination they're not going to let Kinley Rasmus beat him.
Yeah, I'm kind of familiar with intentionally walking people. Play, yeah. So now you got to get this next guy out or that intentional walk, and all that is done right now is motivate Uriah Burklight.
Time is called, and here comes Mark Carter. I remember you intentionally walking Barry Bonds with the bases loaded, so you know what you're talking about.
I am an expert on intentionally walking people.
Mark is not mic'd for us, so we can't get inside baseball there. How about here? It's also going to be Corey Rasmus over there, so what do you think they're talking about here?
Mark's getting the infield on the same page. Okay, so they already have run a first and third play that scored a run against Nolensville. And they threw the ball directly to second base, and they were not in time to get the runner at home. So they're putting something in place, and I'm sure it is, if they steal this bag, don't throw the ball if you're a catcher. This is what I would be saying. Don't throw the ball if you're the catcher. We're going to walk Burklight, and then we'll deal with the bases loaded jam after that.
Jason Smith is behind Burklight.
That would be what I would be doing if I was managing Nolensville.
They pitch to Burklight. And Nolensville's going to get out of the inning. He hit it sharply. But Phoenix City gets another one up there. That was the last time that Little League went to Williamsport. They're 3 outs away, but here comes Nolensville, Tennessee. Leadoff man Max Kelly is aboard here in the 6th.
Just a great swing. 10-year-old steps up, first pitch fastball, hammers it to right.
It's their 3rd hit against Kinley Rasmus, and really the first ball punched.
Yeah, first ball has touched the outfield grass.
Now J.B. Carter, a strikeout victim of Kinley's, his first time up. Breaking ball to third, charging Easton Allen. The throw in time, and safely at second is Max Kelly. So Easton Allen with a good defensive play to get that first out as Carter is retired.
Unbelievable. What a great play by Easton Allen. First pitch, the ball is rolling slow, grass is wet, and he makes this play, scoops it clean with his glove, gets to the bare hand, throws a dime across the infield for a huge first out.
4-0. Alabama leading. First time the Tennessee's had a runner in scoring position. So Alabama fans starting to taste it. The team 2 outs away from the Little League World Series. Carter Clark struck out, looking against Kinley Rasmus back in the 3rd. And now time is called. Carter Clark, complete game shutout yesterday against Florida to get Nolensville to this point, now trying to deliver at the plate. Two strikes.
Down 4, you're trying to find base runners, so he goes up and showing bunt, taking a strike, trying to find a way to get on via the hit, walk, hit by pitch, whatever you can do, you need base runners.
Fear the ball is the chant. The 0-2 pitch. Just missed inside.
How about that hammer 0-2? Just misses the inside corner.
Kinley Rasmus has more than enough in her arsenal here. And she has really dominated this roster so far. A lot of pitches to work with. 85 is the maximum. Trying to finish this game herself.
That little sequence has been very effective today with a couple of breaking balls and then her best fastball. Nice job by Carter Clark just to catch up to a fastball up out of the zone.
It's starting to rain again, unfortunately. Not very hard, but the field is getting wet again. This regional, Kinley Rasmus, 7 innings, no runs allowed, just 4 hits. The 1-2 pitch. That is strike 3. Throw to first, in time for the out. Carter Clark is retired, and now Nolensville down to its last out.
Shows the high fastball, and then she comes back to a hammer curveball, diving at the back of home plate for a huge punch out. 2 outs.
7 strikeouts for Rasmus, and it all comes down to Alexander Fields for Tennessee. Fields lined out to short, his only plate appearance.
It's like, I don't think I've seen a crowd this electric and into every moment as I am right now.
One to Fields. Good block. Brooks Cameron. Two-one pitch. And now Tennessee down to its last strike. Fans from Alabama on their feet. Kinley Rasmus had a complete game in the state championship. Trying to do the same thing here in the region championship. Ball strike 3. And Phoenix City is going back to Williamsport for the first time in 27 years.
Hey, nice job, guys. Good job, guys.